Hey everybody, thanks for stopping by my channel. Be sure that you like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell down below so that way you get to know when I post all of my channel thought messages. If you're interested in any of the extendeds, they are located in our Dreamer community that's located on Patreon. I just want to check in. Something told me to tap in, check in, whatever one works best for you. But you get what I'm saying. Just see what's coming towards you, what's going on. I really felt it and was really moved to go ahead and get up and get this message out, because I hear that it's something that maybe someone needs to hear. So I'm not going to tarry too long, but let's see what is going on. What is coming towards you? What is going on? What is coming towards you? Health. Alright. Some of you may be trying to slim down since you're able to get outside. Get some of this quarantine weight off. Perhaps you're trying to improve it in other ways. You must got a lot on your mind. Freedom. I can see how that's one. You got a lot on your mind, don't you? Oh yeah, definitely. Alright, well, thank you. Perseverance. Now it's starting to make sense to me. Someone feels stuck. Someone feels stuck. And I feel like this is a mental health thing. Yeah, acceptance. It's a mental health. It's a mental health thing. It's a mental health thing. What's on the bottom? Yeah, grief. Grief. Alright? So, I mean, I'm not really telling you something that you probably don't know, because clearly the cards do not lie. They fall where they may. But this is definitely a channel thoughts message and overall energy of definitely somebody being in some type of mental, I hear prison, mental prison. This is all mentally related. Health card, freedom, perseverance, acceptance, and grief. Now, mind you, all these cards are upright. So perseverance and acceptance go together just as much as health and freedom. But I don't know if it's someone passing due to their health, or if it's because, you're having to move forward and you're having less people or lesser friends or lesser things around you that can kind of feel as if like it can be a death. Definitely. So let's see what is going on, so then that way we can clarify, try to get some resolve, and we'll be up out of here, okay? So I hear someone actually someone chose themselves. Someone chose their mental health over something. Don't feel like it's something they wanted to do, but it's something I hear that needed to be done, had to be done. It was kind of just as if like you came to a four-way and you look both ways before you cross the street. You know what I'm saying? To make sure you were in the clear, and someone else did the same practice but didn't come out so fortunate. It's kind of like one of those type things. The healthier you are, the more freedom you have. And if you can accept your circumstances, then you can strategize how to overcome, so you can continue on and persevere. See? But you probably don't see that right now because this grief card is out. That's the overall energy, like I said. Look, you had the Three of Swords in reverse. King of Wands in the upright. Three of Swords in reverse. Yeah, you want to grow, or you need to grow. You figured out that someone putting you in a position to be a third party is not what you need. And 9 times out of 10, the fact that you probably found out or am dealing with a decision, like, it's bringing you some type of adversity. Because again, I feel like it's one of those things, you don't want to do it. Princess of Wands. Yeah, but you want to, you want to come, you're coming into your becoming. And for you, it's definitely going to, your emotional state and your career all are going to balance, right? And if they're not balancing, there's going to be an imbalance. You have the moon come out in reverse. All right, so it's like once you got the Magician in reverse. Once you clear that energy, clear that space in your mind where you feel as if like it's a kind of like a entrapping or an entrapment like feeling. Once you make a decision, like, it's okay for you to not want to let go of something or someone, but you know that you have to move on. Like, it's okay for you to feel like, man, I didn't want to do that shit. And then like, oh, okay, well, look, at some point in time or another, universe is saying you was going to have to do it anyway. So why wait until the root is so thick and permanent where you can't get rid of it? It's going to take hell and high water to move it, get over it, drag it, deal with it. Let's just go ahead and cut it off right now in the early stages. It's like, you know how to cut out the bad behavior while it's in its early stages, but your mindset is still in the early stages of understanding this is something that needs to happen. I think I said in a couple videos back, I did a message for September, where this is going to be a season where certain things are going to either feel like they're being stripped from you, or you are discarding them. And the best way to know ahead of time what you're dealing with is to make sure that you're 150% good, So when you see someone's not growing with you, they're just, they're stressing you, bringing your energy and bringing your vibration down. Yeah, they're starting to mess with your health in any capacity or form. All right, you trying to get yourself together, get back on one accord, because you can't make anything shake if you are not headstrong. So this is the issue with this overall energy of this grief. It's like you're noticing you're having to part ways with either the old emotional you, or the things that the old emotional you had to deal with, and it's kind of just like it's catching up with you. But you're realizing when it's catching up with you, you're in the right place at the right time. Because though it may hurt that you had to think about it and have a trigger moment or a PTSD moment about it, at least you're crying in an environment, or you're going through the motions in an environment where you don't have to feel as if, like, once you dry your tears, you got to go back to dealing with it again. No, that's the victory in it, is that you don't have to, because guess what? You're not in that position anymore. So you got to register, what are you crying about and what are you crying for? Oh, wow. If the tears come, let them flow. Because I'd rather them flow than them stay inside, those emotions stay inside. How are you going to overcome this Three of Swords, energy if you don't allow yourself to cry? That's part of the grieving process. That's part of the rebuilding process. Because once it's out of your system, then what? It's kind of just like, sometimes heartbreak is a vaccine that we all need, because it protects us from, deadly things. At the same time, at least when you go and get a shot, they typically ask you what the symptoms are before they try to register what type of medicine you need, what type of whatever. It's that type of thing. It's kind of just like, now you know the symptoms of this type of person, and that lesson from that person has made it so that you're able to know, like, this is what's going to keep these type of people away, these type of germs away, whether it be, a list of do's and don'ts, red lights, green lights, you name it. Yeah, Two of Swords. Somebody is up at night. Somebody is up at night. I think what you're going through right now, because luckily this Three of Swords is in reverse, but then you got the Two of Swords out here. I think for the most part, I think your emotions are catching up to you in real life. And for some of y'all, it may seem as if like it's uncontrollable. It comes when it comes and then it goes when it does. But that does not mean anything's wrong with you. It just simply means that you are stronger than what you think you are. You held in and you held on even at the moments where you should have trusted your instincts. But at the same time, even if you trust your instincts, the answer would have been a definite and a solid no and deny, right? Because you will know hands down on baby, you're not going to take certain things. So this person probably had you in a daze with conflict. It's just like whatever you said bounced back and hurt you more. But I mean, you got that, that vaccine, quote unquote. You understand, like, if you throw a rock and have nowhere to hide, you're an easier target returning. You know what I'm saying? So you learned a lot from this person. You learned a lot about that person. But which one's more important? Learning about that person, or learning the lesson about what you need, what you don't need from those types of people? Yeah, Seven of Swords, Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune came out sideways, but I'm going to put it in the upright. And then you had the Seven of Swords. Yeah, like I said, this person in the past was ready at any given time to make you feel some type of way. But you knew damn well, some way, somehow, I feel like you knew better. And I feel like you're starting over. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of just like, I hear like you took your L, and now that you coming back around, you bouncing back. It's a thing of not so much of you thinking about like what could have been, what we had. It's like I said, your emotions are just catching up with you. On the bottom of the deck, you had the Justice in reverse. I'm a whole... Okay, so I feel like a lot of y'all may think, your emotions don't weigh as much as like the guilt someone should carry about how they did you. You know what I'm saying? Like, if someone cheated on you, right, you will want their thing to be soft. Every person that they come in contact with, just off the strength of, if you were minding your business A, B, C, D, F, G, they wouldn't be in that situation, right? If they were focused, they wouldn't be in that situation, right? Well, we would think them being flaccid all the time would be something that would be an even exchange for how you felt. You felt deactivated emotionally when you found out that someone betrayed you. Okay, well, just because your tears don't amount to anything to the person who betrayed you, just because your tears have no value with them does not mean that they don't have value somewhere else for you to be able to move on and grow from that. Okay, and just because you grow from it doesn't mean that it's dismissed as if like, oh well, you're just telling me to move on like it's nothing. No, I'm telling you to move on because that's what warriors do. That's what overcomers do. Like, he can have a sword and all that armor on, but if all it does is weigh him down even more, and then they still dumb on top of that, like, you gotta understand, like, you fly the best when it's light. When is light? Take it how you want to, okay? So let's go ahead and do some clarification really quick. And see what's going on. What is coming towards you? What is your outcome for what's coming towards you? What is your outcome? Coming. Look, the world. New beginnings. Okay? New beginnings. Ace of Cups in reverse. You're not taking any little subpar invitations for someone to be like, oh, well, I can take care of you. A lot of y'all may feel kind of like turned off, or y'all may be dealing with like wanting to practice celibacy in this new beginning, because it's just easier. Yeah, Two of Pentacles in reverse. It's easier for you, probably. That's crazy. Yeah, you cutting that thing off. No love, none. King of Wands in reverse. I hear, that's the King of Wands in reverse. That's either someone that's coming towards you that don't really have anything to show. All right, you had the Four of Swords in reverse that come again. Like I said, like why? Four of Wands. For some of y'all, it's kind of hard for you to focus. Like your kryptonite, the thing that keeps you up is the fact of, like I said, you wish that it would have worked, or you wish there was a relationship that you were in. But as much as it sits here to show me that, you know, you want a relationship and that's what kind of like keeps you up at night, you just, you know, you cut off. You Sahara Desert down there. You got cobwebs growing in between the crevices. So, like, are you moving forward, cut off and disconnected, or are you just deactivated until someone can give you more? Yeah, Six of Swords. Someone didn't want to walk away. So maybe those are the emotions right now you're dealing with. Yeah, Eight of Cups. The interesting thing is, though, is the fact of, even though you had this Six of Swords come out and this Eight of Cups come out, you still moving forward. That's the gag. This is why I say you have to be very careful when you cry about certain things now and grieve about certain things. Allow it to register. Allow it to register. Now, granted, you may be feeling all the emotions of back then, but again, let it register with where you are now. Sometimes it's great for you to have the privacy and the peace to let those grievances out. Because during that whole entire time, you had you. You did not let you down. And, you know, it takes a piece of your heart to have, you know, to have a memory of you giving it up and giving it to someone that you thought would give you the peace to make it so y'all both are each other's everything, and they did you dirty. I get it. I get it. But I honestly feel like you're taking those lessons and you're learning how to protect yourself with them. And that's what's going to make it so you are more of a completion for yourself, to yourself, versus being a victim to someone else. Anything else for your outcome that's coming towards you? Yeah. Bitch! Ten of Swords in reverse. You cannot bring dead things back. So let dead things play their role and play their position. It's never easy, but eventually it's not as hard. Alright? On the bottom, Page of Swords. You have more heart than what you give yourself credit for. But you're still young, you know. You still, it's all part of growing. It's all part of growing. So, needless to say, at this moment in time, for you to feel what you're going through and accept what it is that you're feeling, all of this is going to make you stronger, okay? Sometimes that grief is needed for, it's like calcium. It's like milk to our bones. It's calcium. Like, we need that. Because without it, we'll think everything is supposed to be handed to us. And then we'll think, you know, oh, we're so special. Nothing is supposed to be denied to us. Okay, yeah, you think you're that special. No, like, who are you? Like, it's more or less, instead of you thinking like you're that special, you need to understand and honor the fact of you're that important. You're that important that you need to pay attention to the signs of you resting, taking care of your health, okay? Going through the process and the notions and the emotions. And from there, build yourself back up after that. All right. Sometimes we always, sometimes we don't need to have a whole cheerleading team. That's what sports are for. This is for you. This lesson was for you. In due time, like I said, like, all things heal within due time. But now that is your time, I'm glad that you got your head in the game. Celibacy is not a bad idea for some of you. Especially when you're trying to move forward and make sense of what happened. I kind of feel like some of y'all are kind of coming out of the shock of the whole scenario physically. You're now in the place of, your mental, your emotional, and your spiritual all works together to keep you balanced. And that's what you're pretty much dealing with. It's like all those brothers and sisters of those three groups that I just said, they're sitting down with you as like they're long lost folks wanting to reconnect. So let those tears flow and, get that ring of three. Okay, get that ring of three: emotion, mental, and spiritual. Get them together and form a tight bond with them. So then that way, the times where it does feel like there's some type of toxicity coming around, your health is in good order. I guess that's the word for today. So, I hope this helps someone out there. I appreciate you all greatly. So be sure that y'all like, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell, please. And I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.